Hello, everybody. My name is Danny. I play Live Twin Sprite a bunch, and I was able to use it to win the YCS qualifier, or the YCS VIP qualifier in my region, which was for YCS Philadelphia. So I'll be there in about a month. But right now, I just wanted to break down the deck and just show you what I'm doing with it because I think I've got some interesting stuff that me and Adam here have cooked up.
Hello.
Yeah, so he's here with me. All right, to start, run the full 6 copies of the normal summon girls, Lola and Kisako. They're fantastic. You always want to see one in your opening hand.
Yeah, since the elf ban, you really need to draw into the live twins.
Yeah. And 1 copy of Kisako Frost. You can play a Lola Treat as well. I actually don't hate it. But we're just playing the one to keep it consistent, and you just usually want to see it so you can special it off Lola every game. The 1 copy's been real good. But, you gotta play the full set of normal summon girls because you want to run them alongside your Sprite Blue. If you have blue and blue, your hand is insane. It's full combo. You're up so many cards. Your opponent has to play through so much. And full set of Jet to, keep up with that consistency. We just want to make sure that our hands can always not just end on powerful stuff, but that just plays through so much. If you have normal summon girl plus either of these sprites, you'll play through 2 disruptions and still end up cards. And then the MVPs, Red and Carrot, 1 copy of each. You do have to be a bit more careful now, since if you lose one of them, you really don't have a great way of bringing them back. But they're great. Just got to manage them. They're busted with the Link monsters. So yeah, they speak for themselves. And to round out our level 2 package, Cap Shell, 1 copy. It's fantastic. You only play 1 copy of non-engine level 2s because you just don't want to draw them. As for why it's Cap Shell, because it's a fiend, which means you can bring it back off Muckraker. And we basically spent 3 hours looking up what fiends there are that are potentially main deckable.
Yeah, I mean Sprite played Cap Shell before, so this isn't a wild pick, right?
Right, and it just lets you draw 2 cards on your turn during your full combo with Key Skill plus Cap Shell. Then sometimes you have weird draws where you bring it back with Muckraker to protect your board and draw cards. So
and one more thing about Cap Shell over Hyperia, since that's a pretty classic thing, is now without Elf, we can't bring it back on the opponent's turn. So since Hyperia draws you a card when it's brought back, that's why it was good with Elf, but Cap Shell draws you a card when it's tributed, and we do have effects that tribute during the opponent's turn. So it's not unheard of to get an extra draw by tributing Cap Shell for cost on the opponent's turn.
Yep. And with that, let's move on to the rest of the monsters, which is just hand traps now. Got 3 Ash Blossom. They're great. Just play 3 Ash. I've never really missed them, or I miss them every time I don't play 3. You just play 3 Ash. Card's great.
Yeah, I mean, it stops the Kashtira Theosis card, right?
Stops just so many things. Just so generically good in the format.
Branded's on the rise right now.
Yeah, I did not play against Branded that day, but yes, it would have been good against them. 2 Nibs. Honestly, I kind of wish these were Kurikaras. The Nib was fine, but I'd bring it. I was siding it out a decent amount because people either play around it or they just or I'm going first and I don't want to nib my own board, or it's just okay. So I didn't really get anyone with Nib that day, but also just Nibiru sometimes is great. And the MVP, Droll and Lockbird. This card's insane. You should be main decking it this format. Card's nuts. I attribute most of my success from last Saturday to just drawing this card, and the opponent's turn just ends. They can't get much card advantage. if you go first with this, they just don't get anything. Like they have to be like adding cards to their hands to attempt to play through your board because your board is like too strong otherwise to just play against with cards just in their hand. So yeah, draw's great, and I don't know if I would main deck the second one. It's good enough to do so, but like I don't know if I can find room. We'll see later. Onto the spells. 2 copies of Sunny Snitch and 2 copies of Secret Password. This is actually an insane package. We'll actually get to the one other card we're playing with this, but just 4 copies of Tenki to search your normal summon girl. These also can search up the Kisco Frost if Loa gets impermed.
Once again, like since the elf ban, seeing a live twin is a must. Like you have to. So we're running 10 hits for the normal summon.
Yeah, there's an argument to even playing the 3rd copy of Sunny Snitch, or maybe the 3rd Secret Password. But for right now, we're just doing this. It's just been really good. And of course, 3 Sprite starter cards, insane. Cards great. It's our like one way to extend if they have like Gamma. Card's fantastic. Love it to bits. Does whatever you need. Play through Jet, play through starter. And 1 copy of Smashers. It came up in a few games. You just play the 1 Smashers. It's really good. Like sometimes you get hit with a floodgate and you just special jet and you out it. So cards, very good. Sometimes you just set it and like it's the 1 extra piece of disruption your opponent can't play through. It's great. So that's all of our in-engine spells. And now we'll move on to our generic breakers. We decided to play 2 Book of the Eclipse. Just outs pretty much every cash board.
We're also a link deck, so it doesn't feel too bad to Book of Eclipse our own stuff.
Right. I mean, sometimes it hurts to book red or carrot, but like you gotta do what you gotta do. Although I usually will side this out going first, it's kind of just not great disruption, believe it or not. When your opponent is going first, sometimes you just give them like 2 cards for doing so. But cards just really good. Sometimes you just need some over-the-top way to break a board. 1 copy of Econ. It's just been all right. I did not draw it like all day, but just good card. It's a bit of a cheeky one of not sure exactly how I feel about it, but I like the card. And 1 copy of Talents. Talents sucked all day until the finals, in which case it won me the game immediately because I just got gammaed and I Talents looked at my opponent's hand, took their 1 piece of gas, then passed turn, and they couldn't do anything. Then I killed them on the crackback. Would I take this out for anything else? It's okay. It's just barely what I want. You can this is like a flex slot. You can decide if you would rather play something else than Econ and Talents, but they're all right. And for power spells, 1 Duster card was fantastic, and 1 called by. You just play it, beat hand traps. I really recommend just main decking the 1 Duster. This comes up so often. We just need to clean up back row, and you'll just draw it, hit it, and it's not something you have to worry about. Like if there's a Kashira Birth and a field spell on the field, you're just I just don't want to deal with it. I can just take them out, even if they are just doing whatever. On the traps, traps, quote unquote. 3 Imperm. 3 Imperm.
Rise Heart.
Yeah, Outer Eyes Heart. Card was great all day. You draw it going first, you set it. Card feels good, just extra point of interaction. Sometimes you Imperm normal summons and people can't play. Yeah, it's just a good card. We all know who good Imperm is.
We've all heard about Imperm Moyi.
Yeah. And our tech with Secret Password here, actually, that we play 1 copy of Evil Twin Challenge. This is a bit of an interesting card. It says target 1 key skill or Loa monster in your graveyard. special summon it, and you can apply the following effects. Immediately after this effect resolves, link summon an evil twin link monster using monsters you control. This lets you play around so much. Lets you like be a bit riskier with like their positions with the twins. If you already Sunny snitched and don't need to search another one, you can just activate secret password, search for this. If you
board breakers like Dark Ruler.
Yeah, Dark Ruler's not that big right now, but like if your opponent does like have it, or if they have like another type of
Dark
thing
Ruler,
that like outs your
Droplet.
board. Yeah, they just have a thing that outs your board. You just go, okay, on resolution, activate challenge, immediately go into the link for, and like then all of a sudden like their board breaker just resulted in you having trouble sunning now, and like that's so hard to play through. Beats generic spot removal. This card's fantastic. Sided out going second, but card's great. Like really happy with how Evil Twin Challenge performs. I highly recommend other Evil Twin players get on this card. On to the extra deck. Two Gigantics. Honestly, I think we might want to cut one. I didn't really need the second one, like all day. Might just replace it with like another Link 4, is what I was thinking. But, Gigantic, it gets everything started.
Definitely need at least one.
Yeah, definitely need one. Playing two of each. One Evil Twin Lilo, one Evil Twin Kisakill. Just very good. This engine is insane. Your opponent just can't grind with you as long as you have this plus the sprites. You're plussing so many cards. Stop interacting with your opponent's board. They're great. One IP Masquerena. She's for like your best end board. You just make her, then like make the twins have like a sprite left over, and like you just have so many ways to now interact on your opponent's turn. Best card in the extra deck. If I don't choose to play a Link 4, I think I should play a second copy of Muckraker from the Underworld. This card is insane. It like is so extra busted with the evil twin monsters who just are fiends that bring themselves back, so your board is always protected. Your opponent can never kill what they want in battle phase. Like you get to protect your Sprite Red and Sprite Carrot, so you just get to keep using them. Yeah, Muckraker is amazing. Like it's the entire reason the deck functions now, to be honest. And as for Masquerena targets, let's see, we got one Nightmare Unicorn, solid, one Underworld Goddess, I hate losing to towers, and one copy of Trouble Sunny. Again, might play a second copy. Trouble Sunny's just been really good, especially with Evil Twin Challenge. Sometimes you just need to break boards. Sunny is amazing at breaking through people's boards after you like deal with their initial disruption. If you just get to her, you will break pretty much any board. So that's just great. Then Xyz, Mannequin Cat, Never Maker Game 1, but we've got some targets in the side deck. I'll show you in just a second. And we've got Mosquito, Downerd, Zeus. Downerd Zeus, obviously just great. Ninja Shadow Mosquito, just steals games. There's an argument for Sky Knight, but no, this card just steals games that you have no right winning.
Nibiru. You give them a big token, swing 3 times, you win. That
is the insane thing, is when you nib somebody and then kill them after they get the giant token. Oh, it's great. Yeah, that combo's awesome. But that's the extra. And now for the side. We have Red Resonator. It's a tuner. One other copy of Droll Lockbird. This second Droll Lockbird I added the day of. It was insane. We just would draw this card and like games would be easy. One copy of Jinzo. It's a Mannequin Cat target for when you get de-shifted out of trap tricks. Honestly, I don't like it that much. It was kind of clunky. I don't play against the matchup that often, and like sometimes it's a bit gimmicky to try to get it out. So I'd probably replace it with something else, maybe like a Thunder King Ryo. One copy of Chaos Hunter. This card's great. Card is fantastic. Shuts down Kashtira, shuts down Runic. They just really can't play through it. So yeah, one copy. Sometimes you Mannequin Cat it. Sometimes you just draw it. whatever the case, card is really good. 2 copies is Cosmic Cyclone. They were just good. You just want generic spot removal for spell and traps sometimes. Lets you hit field spells, cast your birth.
Lets you get around destruction protection like Hugin.
Yep. Oh yeah, especially you got to hit Runic Fountain. You chain this to a Runic Fountain, they kind of cry. And then we play Power Traps. 3 anti-spell fragrance. It's for going first. 3 Grave of the Super Ancient Organism. It's for branded. They lose. And then 3 trap cards. 3 evenly matched. This is for going second. The amount of games I've just win by going standby main battle and like my opponent just sinks in their chair. Like the card is it's unmatched.
Yeah, current meta is a bit lighter on Omni Negates than usual, so usually
Also
they'll just have
our
to pick their best thing and keep it.
yeah, also our Trap Tricks and Labyrinth matchup is not great going second, but if we open evenly, it's like comically easy to win.
It's so devastating to them that some of them have begun to side in Lancias going first.
Yep. So yeah, that's the full side. And, you know, this side is fantastic. I probably won't change the card aside from this Jinzo. This Jinzo can probably be something else. Extra, I probably am adding another Link 4, maybe Unchained Abomination, maybe second Muckraker. But, like, the extra deck felt fine. Actually, that is where a bit of weakness came on that day, is because I was just looking at my extra deck and I'm like, I can't get over whatever that thing is in front of me. Like, if I had a copy of Dark in my extra deck, I think it would have been really good. And
so,
the main deck.
Give us just
main deck is perfect.
Give us just like a 2-minute rundown of your matchups.
My matchups that day.
Yep.
Round 1, I got the bye. You know, we're sick with it. Round 2, I played against Cash.
Yeah.
And you know, I went first game 1-1, lost game 2 going second, then won game 3 going first. Round 3. Played against Cash. We drew Droll and Lockbird in 2 games. It was over. Round 4, played against Tearlaments featuring Cash Tira, as in, you know, Fenrir and Tearlaments Cash Tira. That matchup is actually still kind of hard, even though tiers are like a bit worse. I ended up having to timer scam that one. Just time ran over. It was a bit unfortunate, but you know, that's Yu-Gi-Oh! Those are time rules. It sucks. We all hate it, but you know, what can you do? That matchup does feel a bit rough, though. I could feel like my lack of DD Crow or Bestials like sort of hindering me in that matchup. And last round, I played against Cash Tira again. But didn't draw any Sprite monsters game 1. I won that purely off the back of the Live Twins just being really good monsters. Like, I was like able to play through a lot of disruption, as long as if you get really familiar with like all of the just normal Live Twin lines and like playing with challenge, like they let you basically like play through anything. Like Nimble Beaver could never do what these girls do. But yeah, the deck feels strong. I feel really good into Cash. I feel pretty good into Branded. And I feel like my side deck is all right going into the trap decks. The only other thing would be, Nichuria Runic? But I think that deck sucks. So I'm not even going to think about it.
Evenly's still pretty good against them.
Evenly is good against them. They're not going to make Barky on turn 1, I'll give you that. But yeah, that's the deck. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. But yeah, I think the deck's really good. I'd love to see more people pick it up. And that's that.
All right, see you in Philadelphia.
Oh yeah, see you then.